What's up, guys? Sorry for the interruption to the original stream this morning. I got a surprise update. I didn't hear Sadat mention an update. I didn't hear Casual Avenger mention an update. I didn't hear Stardust mention an update. So when I logged on this morning, I expected to just start playing the game. And there, lo and behold, was an update. And it took a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes to install. So I have no idea what this update entails. Or if it was just removing something, but we'll find out. But before we get into the game, yes, I'm not sure what time this morning, but when the train pulled into a station in Brooklyn, New York, and the doors open, a man described as a black man in a gas mask detonated a smoke bomb, threw it onto the train, and then opened fire on passengers. Nobody knows why. The shooter has not been apprehended, and part of New York is currently on a lockdown. Just random passengers. There was no specific target. And the problem is that the people were stuck on the train while it was traveling between stations, with the train filled with smoke and people shot and lying on the floor of the train. So it wasn't until they pulled into the next station and the doors opened that train officials realized it was an emergency, when people started pouring off of the train with the smoke. What's good, Billy? Yeah, Verisoy. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Verisoy. Hi, Billy. Billy, I was just discussing with everybody. There was a shooting in New York this morning on the subway. It's described as a black man in a gas mask detonated a smoke bomb and then opened fire on a train in Brooklyn, New York. Multiple people were shot. It was first reported 4 people, but the last time I checked, 16 people were injured. And a lot of people inhaled smoke because they were stuck on the train with the smoke while it was traveling between stations. Yes. Yeah, I heard this about the sad news, Billy. That's horrible. That's horrible. I haven't heard of any deaths yet from it, thank goodness. I've heard of many people shot, but have not heard of any deaths. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that there are no deaths in this situation. But right now, there's going to be a manhunt in New York. So if you live in or around the area of New York, I do not recommend walking around with a backpack outside during this time period. No hoodies, no Tims, nothing that will make you look threatening. Right. I'm a black man. My father's from Jamaica. You think I'm happy about hearing about this? Because just like you're saying, it furthers those stereotypes. So I'm not happy, but you don't hear me hiding it either, do you? Because you got to just tell it as it is. They said that's the description. Now, even though that's the description, who knows if it's It's not somebody that's not of the black race in America. What if it's somebody from overseas? That's a possibility too. Just because they have dark skin doesn't necessarily mean it's your typical brother from New York. And to be honest with you, that just doesn't sound like something a hood dude in New York would do. Throw a smoke bomb, throw a gas mask on, and then just start shooting people. Like, that's not a drug hit. That's not even really personal. That's either mental illness or just anger at society in general that's just built up and one day somebody just snapped. Because that doesn't make any sense. It's not even like you got a lot of people. It's like one smoke bomb, one car full of people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the statement that somebody's trying to make by doing something like that? Yeah, I'm just saying. We just know that it's not a white man, as far as we know right now. You know, it's not a white man that did this, and we're gonna find out more details. But yo, that's horrific, bro. That people have to worry about being on a train, that one of the passengers might pop off a smoke bomb and then start letting off shots, and you can't see nobody. You can't get away. The train's traveling. Where do you go? If the shooter wants to keep shooting, where do you go? Yo, that's jacked up. Do you imagine the fear of the people in the moment that happened? Like sardines in the can, dog. Yup. Billy, thank you. I thank you. I know about that guy who was wearing this black skin and robbing banks, and even his own mother thought that, like, because they mistakenly arrested a black man that looked like the robber from the bank, and it turns out that it was a white guy wearing this black skin, and he was robbing banks, perpetrating himself as a black man. So you know, you're exactly right, Billy. Thank you for pointing that out. Who knows if it wasn't somebody in a mask with a gas mask on? But whoever it is, all race aside, because in my mind we're all human beings. Even though there is that race issue going on in the world, we're still all human beings. Whoever's doing something like that is just sick. You know, because that wasn't like some guy came up and slapped your baby's mother, and then you pulled a gun on him to defend the honor of your baby's mother or something like that. No. This is somebody just letting off a smoke grenade on a public train when people are trying to mind their own business and get on with their day. Sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, all riding on that train. So this was just a sick moment. This was a sick moment in history. I can't believe that, yo. And you know, I don't like to compare tragedies, but I honestly have to say I feel just as bad for the people on that train as I did for the people at 9/11. I mean, I watched that. I watched on TV people jumping from buildings, you know, and there's no difference when you see people pouring out of a train filled with smoke after being shot. It's all about, oh, empathy for the victims. It's all about empathy for the victims, yo. That's messed up. That's messed up. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure you are all fully aware of what's going on in the world. I stumbled upon that information this morning, and I was appalled. I'll be honest with you, I was appalled. You know, during the 80s and the early 90s, they started these celebrations during the holidays where people would congregate in mass downtown. And I'm from Boston. Now, it didn't really have nothing like that when I was growing up in Boston in like the 70s and the early 80s. But in the late 80s, early 90s, they started having these New Year's and Christmas giant downtown celebrations. And when it was new, I went, but there was just so many people. And, you know, I'm not anti-crowds, even though I'm a short dude. I have no problems with crowds. But after a while, I just stopped going to these large functions. And sure enough, after I stopped going, things started happening. And now they don't even have that celebration anymore. You know, and I don't know what happened with people in general, but going out in the public, you always used to feel safe. You used to kind of feel that people had each other's general best interest at hand, you know, and it doesn't feel like that anymore, man. And that's sad. That's really sad. And it's hard to explain the feeling, you guys, having lived through that and seeing and feeling this change that we're going through with not being able to trust people in general now. It's real sad. I mean, I remember using public water fountains, public payphones. You know, people would get in line to use the payphone and wait patiently and, you know, help each other out with a quarter if they needed to extend their call or something. And, you know, people were civil, you know. You could trick or treat without worrying about your kids getting sick from candy most of the time. You know, you still check the candy to make sure no weirdos slipped anything in there. But I never had my parents find anything in all my years as a child in any of my candy. You don't go places where you can't control the environment. I hear you, Billy. Yeah, man. You know, and the thing is my father was military. You know, he raised me safety first. Always expect the unexpected. He raised me on like Bruce Lee's philosophies. He raised me on cowboy philosophies. And I know that might sound stupid, but cowboys always sit with their back to the wall so that they can always see their surroundings and no one can come up behind them. And that's a safety, a safety tactic. That's a safety strategy that a lot of people still use to this day. It's a realistic strategy. Unless you got somebody who can shoot through walls. But you get my drift, and I feel like I have to exercise that mindset more now than I did 25 years ago. And 25 years ago, you would have thought things were only going to get better, not worse. When Tupac and Biggie were around, you thought things were going to get better, not worse. When Clinton got into office, you thought things were going to get better, not worse. When the world didn't shut down over Y2K, changing from 1999 to 2000, when everybody thought all the computers in the world would reset and that we'd be back living in the Stone Age, and that didn't happen. Everybody thought things would get better. And it's so sad to see everything just becoming so corrupt and infected. Yeah, well, yes, but see, that's the thing. When I went to school, there was no metal detectors. There was no school police. There was none of that back in my day, yo. Maybe in the late 80s you started to hear whispers of metal detectors at schools because kids were getting bold and bringing guns to school. But it was more of a, yeah, I'm part of a gang and I'm trying to be cool and have my gun with me. It wasn't about people running around trying to shoot each other. It didn't get real like that until the Columbine shooting in Oklahoma. And after Columbine, that's when people were like, uh-oh. Because people know that people like to copycat. And sure enough, in the years to follow, you started having more school shootings. That was never really heard of before Columbine, I'm serious. Yeah, we're only at the start, billions of years ahead. I hope I didn't sound scratchy. I just tried to fix my microphone. Thank you for the likes, folks. I really appreciate that. If you haven't already, please tickle that like button, make it giggle, and follow the link pinned to the top of the chat. Lots of marvelous content to browse on my page. I appreciate your viewership. And I was just discussing with the chat what happened in New York this morning. There was basically a terrorist attack, a mini terrorist attack on a New York subway. at the Brooklyn, New York T station, what was described as a black man in a gas mask detonated a smoke bomb and then let off random shots and shot a bunch of people on the train. And I'm blown away by that. Because somebody just signed their death warrant. Like, when they find you, you are done, homie. You are done. And please don't let them find the wrong guy first. Please don't let them beat up an innocent man over this, please. That's another thing that I would hate to see happen. Please let them find the right guy. Especially if it's a guy, like you were saying, Billy, in a mask. Because that's still a possibility. That's why I'm saying it was described as it being a black man in a gas mask. But that's only what we know now. My prayers go out to the families of the people on the train and to the people on the train. I hate it when people are just trying to go about their day and get caught up in something like this. I don't know, Verisoy. This is the description that's being given. I don't know. I agree with your concern with how do they know? Wow, Billy.
Hey, Avengers.
You've disarmed your assaulter every time. That's very impressive.
Former SHIELD agents? No
I've been at gunpoint a couple of times as well, but
around their old stomping grounds.
I didn't disarm
Master was a SHIELD agent?
anybody. I
That's
just
the weird part. Task's whole photographic
talked them down.
eats away at his memories.
I was actually locked in the bathroom with a guy one time that was 6'7". No, he was actually 6'8", and he threatened me with a gun. And I said to him, I said, "You're about 280, 300 pounds." I said, "And we're locked in a bathroom, and you're about 6'8", 6'10". I said, "And I'm 5'3", 130 pounds." And I said, "You really need a gun?"
Does it seem dustier than last
And the
time?
dude started laughing, and because I made him laugh, he let me out the bathroom. Because I made it funny. I said, "You really need a gun?"
Who is this?
Your favorite 20-something with a bow. See you in a bit, Skullface. Oh, heads up!
Numbers are small. This will be a
Alright,
big
so
one.
it's just myself and this one other person. I don't really need any gear, so I'm just going to play Thor and tag along and keep them safe.
Stop them!
You heard the man.
You like that, Billy?
This one's finished.
Yeah, so you know, you gotta pick your battles. The goal is survival, the goal is to stay alive. If you can use humor to stay alive, so be it.
Gotta get some distance.
Right? You know, I'm not a big dude. I'm a sturdy dude for my size, but I'm not a big dude. So I'm used to making use of all of my devices, even if it's humor. In fact, you know who I get that from? Spider-Man. Spider-Man uses humor to disarm his opponents.
Familiar.
Crap, that's what I was afraid of.
The Avengers. The Avengers are
Oh,
dead.
that was a risky move.
Timeline, maybe. Think of us like your past, coming back to haunt you.
Oh no, that's not good, Verisor. I'm glad nobody got hurt.
Men, I'm sending what
Yeah,
I
I'm glad nobody got hurt.
Stop them. I call the thunder. Not like that. My wrath.
Rapid fire, nice.
What was that? Something's knocking me back away from him.
What have you done?
We know you're the one targeting your old shield buddies, Masters.
Oh, who is
Rebel!
yelling about?
Your memory might be spotty, but some part of
You about to hop on with Thor and Iron Man Rebel? I subscribe to your channel, bro. Very nice videos you got there, bro. Very nice videos. I'm a fan. And your videos, I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna link some of your videos here on my channel for you.
I'm hit.
Shelter beneath the god's protection now.
That's that cosmic surge damage. Oh, that's what's knocking me back?
Get them!
The man's doing my job for me, honestly.
Dude, I'm like, to be honest with you, I find that to be the most annoying effect in the game. Because, like, I can't see anything and I just keep getting knocked around. Ah, thanks, Rebel. Definitely, bro. I'm a fan. I was like, oh wow, check out these videos. Looking very polished. Very polished. I'm not as good as you in that regard. You inspired me to want to get back to producing edited videos, which I haven't done in a while.
What is wrong with you?
And I just might do that soon.
You can't stop them. Do not bother coming back.
But it's like editing takes time. Simple as that. And when I was editing, producing edited videos last year, I kind of got addicted to it. But I was doing it too much to the point where I was exhausting myself with editing. And so I had to step away from for a little while.
Got a massive tachyon storm coming. This one's looking lethal. Get to cover, quickly!
Verisoy, you know what I'm gonna say. I'm not even gonna answer that. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, as J.S. Young would say.
Taskmaster is giving orders from the empty throne. Get inside.
What do you think my skill level is on a scale of 1 to 10? You watch me enough. Yeah, I hear you, Rebel. Editing takes a lot of work. But it's fun. But it's a lot of work. But it's fun. But it's a lot of work. That's how I feel about editing. You know? But I feel like while you're editing,
You all I remember.
what you're editing... Oh, you can hear him now.
Then you should remember.
That's the first time I've been able to hear him in here. Okay, Taskmaster, you think you're gonna take me on? Whatever.
Okay, but don't complain when we kick your ass.
I call the lightning.
Uh-oh.
You don't even remember your mission, do you? Give it up, Masters. It's over.
Yeah, man. I like if you I don't know if you've ever checked out my page, Rebel. But a lot of my older videos are all edited videos. But during the time that I was editing, I wanted to share what I was editing so much with my viewers that I was getting impatient with the time it was taking to edit. But I enjoyed the process. So it was like a love mixed with impatience. I don't know. It's the best way I can describe it. Alright, what's on my objectives list? Oh, I haven't done Rise and Shine with Thor, so I'll just do that now. You know, I use Hank Pym with Captain America all the time. And the thing is whenever I pop those artifacts, I know that it's gonna have an impact on the fight. Now I haven't noticed if it's having more of an impact lately, but I've always found Hank Pym to be helpful. That's the only way to describe it. Armed guards of the Allfather. Girdle of the Allfather. What's all that's for? Alright, I'm gonna hold on to that. Huh. Wow. This might be good if I pop it up to 165 and it's gonna pop up my defense. Okay. I'm getting excited right now. Thank you, Rebel. But I don't know why I just got that gear. Get exotics from elite missions now? Huh. Oh, so because I just beat Taskmaster, I got that? Okay. Interesting. Girdle of the Allfather. Oh, see, they keep trying to get me to change this because this has my intensity in it. The game's funny like that. It'll like entice you and then you realize, oh wait, I don't want to change that piece of my build. But see the piece? Okay. Rebel. Oh, hold on a moment. Yeah, I'm not running with another number 1 Thor. Power level 1 Thor. Yeah, let me show you the piece that I have on versus the piece that I just got. Happy Tuesday, folks. I hope all of you are having a good day, regardless of what's happening in New York. Blessings and sympathy goes out to all those in New York dealing with that tragedy. But I hope all of you are having a good day. Returns and diminishes. Yeah, I noticed that with intensity, once you get above like 70, 80 intensity, it's almost about the same gain. But I was trying to get as close to 100 as possible with the intensity, and it really pays off. Yeah, see, I have them at a 91 intensity. His status resistance, even if I had like, I think like a 71 intensity, I think his status resistance would still be at least like a 48%. So it's not a huge difference when you get to the upper levels of his intensity. But with this melee gear, what I have on has all the intensity, 91, and my signature attacks and my power attacks inflict extra shock damage, and it gives me a Jarvis barrier. The one that I just got doesn't give me a Jarvis barrier. It does increase my signature attacks with shock, but not power. And it increases my damage while Olden Force is active, but I feel like I already do enough damage with Thor. I would like a little bit more defense, so I'm intrigued to see what this card will be when I pop it up, because I'm still going to pop it up to 165. I'm curious. Might and Valor scale together with Thor. Rebel Scene, you just woke up? I need more defense on Thor, Rebel. I want at least 25. I still feel like I'm a bit light with Thor. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm a bit light. Because 15 is like right around that defense level where you can kind of avoid getting one-shotted. And then when you hit like 18 and 19 is when you start feeling kind of formidable. But because like Thor's and can fly in missions like the raid, when you're trying to fly around and break the crystals on the tubes that come out of the side of the tower, they're shooting missiles and stuff at you like crazy. And if you don't have a high defense, you can really get jacked up right there. Thank you for the compliment though, Rebel. I appreciate that. I only recently in the past month got my heroics up to like 20, almost 27,000. That took a long time to get him up there. For me, like a strong heroic with Thor before was like 14,000, 15,000, 12,000. When I got up to 20,000, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I got it up here. And now he just kind of feels ridiculous with that 26,000. You're at 28,000 with your heroics? Oh my goodness. I'm impressed, homie. I'm impressed. You'll get your defense up. You know, I'm a firm believer that the more you play this game, the sooner or later you trip over gear that's just going to improve your hero. As long as you just keep paying attention. You know, it's like buying scratch tickets. For every 100 scratch tickets, you might get a winner. That's how I feel about the gear in this game. And I don't buy scratch tickets. But I know how the game works. I hear you, man. You know, and I try and do everything. Like, I try and do vaults. I'll do, like, faction missions, villain sectors, threat sectors, drop zones. I go to the different regions, Wakanda. I'm always, you know, I try and keep the variety of what I'm doing going. Because you never know when some interesting gear is going to pop up. And most of the time I get the same stuff I have to delete. But every once in a while you surprise yourself. You know, like, I only stumbled across Lejeune's video because he hasn't been making a lot of videos lately. But boy, that video about the world-breaking neuronics for Hulk just changed my Hulk's world. Oh my goodness. Changed my Hulk's world. He went from beauty to the beast.
I've got operatives en route now. With your help, we can take over that base and reclaim everything AIM stole from us.
Actually, Rebel, Thor has the easiest plasma status attack in the game with his ultimate. When he drops that circle, I'm not... Hold on. Yeah, his Bifrost. When he drops the Bifrost, You could choose it to be a Oh, you mean on his hammer? Okay.
Agents will follow and secure the base as you make your way through.
But yeah, usually when I drop his Bifrost, I drop a plasma attack, and then when I attack with his storm attack, the whirlwind, where you're picking everybody up and twirling them, that's applying cryo, so it's an automatic battery damage with the cryo and the plasma.
You need to hit the security checkpoint first and clear it out. Once you strike, you'll have to move fast. Their alarm system will bring everyone running. Everyone get in position. Ready. Awaiting your signal. Income!
Approaching security checkpoint.
I'm just seeing if these guys want any of the chests or anything. Oh, it's gonna be a quick run then.
Can take it from here. Go on ahead. See if you can locate our stolen supplies.
Checkpoint A locked down, Commander.
All units, move in.
You already have that Bifrost rubble? Okay.
Heavy security up ahead.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, that's why I was kind of upset when the raid came out, because all of the gear became escorting gear, and you didn't really feel like you had the variety of builds anymore. And I really enjoyed that aspect of the game, coming up with different types of battery attacks, making your hero unique from the, you know, your Thor unique from the next Thor that you encounter. It was cool. But when everybody's popping Sonic and Vibranium, it just becomes a little monotonous, you know what I mean?
My power is unstoppable.
One down, 2 to go. One left.
Knock him down.
main structure. Everyone heard that one. You gotta
A
run scared.
BP? What's a BP?
Grounded. They've gathered the more valuable shield assets at a hangar nearby.
That was nice of them. Less work for us.
Shock was good on Echoes for some reason? Okay. You blocked out of an elite raid because a Black Panther was one-shotting everything? Yup. I hear you.
This is it. We'll follow your lead.
There's a difference between being strong and one-shotting. And you can tell that. And the one-shotting looks so weird. Because you're like, come on now.
Avengers! We figured you'd be doing Hill's dirty work. Taskmaster's mercenary.
What are they doing here?
Protecting the base, it seems.
Get rid of them.
Close ranks. These flies enough to...
They've got backup. We'll keep them busy.
All clear.
All hostiles accounted for. Base secure.
That's strong.
Nice work, everyone. Secure the perimeter. Look out for any stragglers. Thank you, Avengers.
Yup, go carry someone else. Don't need it.
Chance, finally. We're back, Fury.
Even if you're a 375, 175, doesn't mean you're one-shotting things. Like, that's not how it works.
Thanks again. AIM will be back, but we'll be ready for them. I'm not sure how Taskmaster is involved in all this yet. He doesn't do anything for
There we
free.
go. This is my
I've got some
rise
digging
and
to do.
shine.
I'll be in touch. Until then, job well done.
So what's next on the objective list? Let's see. See if they want to go beat the odds. Took down the spider boss with one kick. Yeah, right.
Project Omega is being developed at this location.
We've been scanning for cosmic radiation ever since we returned from the future.
And you believe this is where Monica's working on her prototype?
Thank you for the likes, folks. If you haven't already, please tickle that like button and follow the link pinned to the top of the chat.
Mad scientist lady actually was trying to save
Plenty of content on the page for you to browse.
Yeah, but she fails and wrecks Earth anyway.
And it's way too unstable and powerful to leave in Monica's hands.
Rebel Scene has a really nice channel as well. Check them out when you get a chance.
And we find another way to stop the crate. And you have a plan to stop her.
You're damn right.
You know who has a really nice demeanor for making videos? Rebel is Casual Avenger. And his videos are nice, short, quick, entertaining, colorful. And you don't feel like the videos are all over the place. It's a very easy to consume format that he has. I like that. Sadat is more of a celebrity to me. Because you can see him all the time. Oh, no problem, Rebel. No problem. Oh, thanks, Billy. In fact, when I checked out your channel, Rebel, you reminded me of Casual Avenger a bit. It was very relaxing to consume. And I think that's the type of formats we need moving forward in all types of media. Less jarring content and more relaxing, peaceful, easy to consume content. Yeah. So we had 4, we dropped to 3. I keep it free with my style. It's been a while. Wicked. I twisted. When I rode my bike without shoes, they got blistered. I put some mustard on that hot dog. Hot dog, she said. I got that verbal elements or herbal eloquent comes from time spent, but a very necessary ill vocabulary.
Nearly there, Mr. Barton. Project Omega's development site is a few clicks away.
No, I mean, Thor and Hulk are, I mean, you know, that's the one thing that angered me about all the people cheating in the game, is because then I started looking like a cheater too. That really is what aggravated me. Like a year ago, if you saw somebody that was 150, level 50, 150, you knew they worked to get there. You know what I mean? But then somehow these cheats came out and people just started popping their levels up. And, you know, I've even queued into some missions and heard one player say to another player, hey, see that Thor? I bet he's all modded and hacked out. And I got on the mic and I was like, dude, I don't cheat, I don't use hacks, I don't use mods or anything like that. And I said, you could check out my channel if you want to. I have video documentation. And they're like, well, do you document everything that you do? And I'm like, well, no, but I'm not gonna like lie to you about it. Like, I don't like cheaters. Why would I cheat and then lie and say I don't like cheaters? It's sad, I think, the level of distrust that exists amongst just gamers in general because of hackers and cheaters. now you can't do well at a game without looking like a cheater, which is sad. Hawkeye wants to go over here. I'll oblige. I will oblige, Hawkeye. Doom Killer, what's up, homie? Fire! Welcome, my friend. Thanks for joining. Hope all is well.
You are witnessing a form of electromagnetic radiation. The energy fluctuations are very alarming.
We're definitely in the right place.
Rebels in Doom. Thanks, Doom. Well, I'm definitely doing better than the subway passengers in New York this morning. My heart goes out to them. They're dealing with a very unexpected attack. I'm sure nobody on that train expected to have to deal with what they're dealing with. Trying to fix your Thor? I hear you. I recommend the vaults, especially the vault that is in your objectives list, like Desert Vault or Tundra Vault. I recommend doing the vaults and going to as many chests as possible, just for a wide variety of gear. But obviously the gear you get for finishing it will be what's most important.
Well, this won't take long.
That's where I got my world breaker neuronics for Hulk.
Hostiles! Hit him hard and fast.
Yeah, I hear you, Doom Killer.
Help me out here. Thank you.
Crazy days we're living in. Crazy days.
So much for inconspicuous.
Yeah, modesty isn't exactly part of AIM's vocabulary.
Let's teach them embarrassment while we're at it, shall we?
I thought I had him pinned.
Okay, doormen are down.
The energy signature originates far underground. Scans indicate the presence of a facility deep below.
Right, how do we get there?
The bunker
Frostone, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Frostone gave a shout out to Doom Killer. You're popular, Doom, huh?
Yeah, that looks way
You walked in like a celeb. I like that.
Yeah, it's definitely eco-friendly. Let's get inside that bunker.
Did he just hail? There we go.
You been practicing?
Usual. Target practice, plenty of cardio. Trip to the apocalypse. You know.
He could have gone first. He didn't have to wait for me. That was nice. But he was being too polite. Everybody's being super polite. Look at this. A whole bunch of elevator full of polite people. Look at this. Everybody's waiting for everybody. Doom Killer and Sadat are celebrities. Doom Killer, I gotta check out your channel, bro.
You should have stayed with AIM while you
I have to check out your channel.
Future, Monica. Project Omega didn't save the world. It ruined it.
No mods, all skill here. Right there with you, Rebel.
Flaws, I will fix them.
I do not like the sound of that.
Hi, Linda. Oh, Linda Love. No, I don't use mods. Here. This is my build. Hive Mind Gauntlets. Discordant Binding Elite. Omega Battle Plate. Omega Clasp. Two yellow ISO 8s.
Let's find it ASAP.
Both of them increase my signature attack. And those are my stats. You can rewind that and pause it if you want. And I have plenty of videos on my page to show you the evolution of my heroes, and the only ones I have built up right now are Hulk, Thor, and Spider-Man. I'm currently working on getting my Captain America up, and I dabble in Black Panther and Iron Man here and there, but that's about it. But I don't use mods. No, I never checked out Doom. I do apologize. I'm going to right after I finish this stream, now that I know. Oh, Linda, you're funny.
Expect heavy resistance.
Can't ever be easy, can it?
Linda said, I was just
You'll
playing.
have to try harder then.
I try to be as transparent as possible because it's so ridiculous these days with gamers. I didn't realize, like, how bad it had gotten. Alright, so let's get these spots now that we cleared it out a little bit. Like, I've recently been catching these YouTube videos about like cheaters getting caught, and I was like, wow, people like really make a business out of trying to create channels looking like they're pros, but they're just cheating, you know? And I was like, wow.
Challenge to God?
They got me!
Cap got him. Is somebody else down here? Yes, sirree. Shouldn't that be everybody?
Take a bow, folks.
Oh, this isn't done?
Security lockdown has been lifted. Well fought, Avengers.
Every second counts, people. Keep it moving.
Did I check out Sadat recently? No. Why? What's going on? Oh, thanks, Doom Killer. And I'm gonna definitely check you out very soon.
Enemies.
I'm detecting an additional...
I mean, Sadat, I've been subscribed to for a long time.
The path ahead is clear. Project Omega should be behind those doors. AIM has initiated a test run of the cosmic cheetah.
I, never doubted it for a second.
There we go. Oh, Kate Bishop is an NPC. I'm like, why isn't Kate going for the cases? That's hilarious. I thought there was 4 of us in here. There's only 3 of us.
What in the world?
I was like, wow, Kate's really patient.
I knew my kindness was misplaced.
All right. Clear this out right away.
I've defeated another. This might be harder than we thought.
Whoops.
Now you've done it.
They're maneuvering us.
Oh, this is fine.
Success. I've breached the system.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You know, I can remember the theme song for the old Captain America cartoon, but I can't remember the theme song for the old Thor cartoon.
But the energy levels are rising by the minute. You must pull the levers to disable the energy field surrounding the power conduits.
Followed by...
Destroying the power conduits, drawing energy from the cube.
I'm getting major A-Day vibes, Clint.
Yeah, well, time to make things right.
Well done. Power conduits are exposed.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield. Now I get that running through my head. That all of them? Nope.
Clint, someone help him!
Where's Lester?
Patch me up!
Much obliged. Or delivered. Thank you.
Okay, that's all of them.
That was weird. I am Iron Man.
Considering the future, I say my odds of
I
surviving pretty good.
am Iron Man. With the electronic sounding
What the
voice.
hell is going on?
The cosmic energy contained within the cube would give the holder almost...
Oh, thank you for the likes, folks. You guys rock.
Humanity will be saved by
This
aim
barrier
and
is
science.
impenetrable. Attacking her won't do much good. Just try and stay alive.
You're a prime example of wasted potential.
Your powers are null. I've had had enough of your madness. I'm ending this here and now.
Her shields are down. Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
Oh no, Cap! No! You won't get the better of me again.
There is no end to these clones.
You're out of your depth, Avengers. How did you? No matter. You'll fall soon enough. This is nothing. The world doesn't need Avengers. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
Is that you? Murder Hobo? Where are you? I'm in this time bubble. Just a cube. It's doing these weird psychedelic things. Yeah, Monica's messing with it. It's unstable. Unfinished. That sounds bad. Try and stop her.
Yeah, thanks. Hadn't thought of that. Hold on.
He's charging up again. You know what to do.
It's over.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I should have gone behind. I was trying to take him out with the electricity attack. I should have gone behind the pole. I should have gone behind the pole. Because nobody else was behind the pole. I should have known that. That's my fault. I thought activating my shock attack right next to her would do more damage, and it didn't.
The cosmic energy contained within
It did not.
almost unlimited power.
Not almost.
You know what?
Humanity will be saved by AIM.
This barrier is intractable. Attacking her won't do much good. Just try and stay alive.
And you do above me. You're the tiniest sample of place potential.
It'll be over soon enough. I've had enough of your madness. I'm ending this here and now.
Shields are down. Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
That's knocked out.
You won't get the better of me again.
There is no end to these clones.
You're out of your depth, Avengers.
Battle ends here.
Whoops. What is that? I never seen that before. She's busting out with some new powers, boy.
How did you? No matter. You'll fall soon enough.
Cosmic energy is building up. At once.
Wow. I thought that would have taken enough from her. It did last time. I think they changed the damage parameters for Monica. Alright, so I gotta go back to hiding behind poles with her. I didn't have to, but they must have done something differently where now I have to again.
Would give the holder almost unlimited power.
Not almost.
I got comfortable not having to go behind poles.
Humanity will be saved by AIM and science.
Monica's barrier is indestructible. Attacking her won't do much good.
And you do,
Just try and stay alive
You're
for
a
now.
prime example of wasted potential.
Taking you down.
Your powers are nothing.
Mother obeys me!
I've had enough of your meddling. I'm ending this here and now.
Her shields are down. Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
You won't get the better of me again.
See, why did it get her this time and it didn't get her last time? I'm not...
Your death, Avengers. How did you... No matter. You'll fall soon enough.
Building up. Conquer at once.
Hey, Cap, she needs help.
Salvation?
This is nothing. The world doesn't need Avengers. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
Back to hiding behind poles with Monica.
The cube, it's doing these weird psychedelic things. Yeah, Monica's messing with it. It's unstable, unfinished. That sounds bad. Try and stop her. Yeah, thanks. Hadn't thought of that. Hold on.
He's charging up again. You know what to do.
It's over. Oh, this is just a setback. AIM will take you down.
Hey, I can see you. What? How? There's this, weird rift.
How did you... No matter. You'll fall soon enough.
Cosmic energy is building up. Conquer at once.
Damn you. So desperate to stop me.
That's it. Your attacks are destabilizing her energy. Keep going.
Did he get behind a pole?
We have lost the captain! Shelter beneath the gods' protection now.
You are my favorite Avenger.
My power is unstoppable!
There we go. That was wild. They gave me 2 shots on her at the end. I don't remember it ever allowing me 2 attacks on her in a row. And it also looked like one of the poles came back, as if they were giving you someplace to hide, which they didn't do in the past.
Unfinished. The cosmic cube's power. It's magnificent. How can you be so stupid? So blind to reason? This is the answer to everything. I won't let you get away with that. Stop! You can't both!
No!
I am Iron Man. I can't wait for new villains. That's something we're severely lacking. I'm so done with robots, Taskmaster and Abomination and Maestro. I'm done. I'm so, you know.
What just happened?
And to be honest with you, I was thinking about this a couple of days ago. You know what we're missing?
I think I just saved the day.
Is another super team to go up against. We don't need all of these robots. We need super teams like, for instance, if Alpha Flight was called to an emergency, but Alpha Flight was being brainwashed to think that the Avengers were their enemies. Hydra would be dope too, Rebel. And Dionysus, what's going on? Okay, you're with a friend, you can't be here. Well, thanks for stopping through. Spitting gold. I hear you, bro. Yeah, I'm serious. We need another super team. You know, I mean, can you imagine if, like, you responded to a mission and came around the corner and Sasquatch, Puck, North Star, all of them were there to, man. Or even a team of supervillains. What if you had Maestro, Taskmaster, and Abomination all fighting you at the same time in one room? I mean, what's up with that? Call them the Thirsty Three or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. But you know, they should have made the build interchangeable so that we could get a different flavor of villains once in a while. It's tough with the same villains all the time. Let's see. I've been rocking Thor for a bit. Let's switch it up. Switch it up. How about some I Am Iron Man? There we go. What are his objectives right now? Chris K, man, honestly, we're overdue. We're overdue for a new hero. A lot of us thought we'd at least have a roadmap by now. I would say we would get a hero, I'm hoping by next month. I mean, if not this month, I'm hoping definitely next month because we're overdue. And never mind PlayStation players being overdue. Xbox players are extremely overdue because the last hero they received was last August, and that was Black Panther. PlayStation owners received an exclusive with Spider-Man last December, but there haven't been any other new heroes since Spider-Man for PlayStation, and there haven't been any new heroes for Xbox since Black Panther. So we're overdue. Jane Foster, I think it's gonna be. She-Hulk was delayed till June. So, you know how everybody is always getting their heroes and building them up real quick? I think what they're trying to do is release one right, like back to back. Like, I think we'll get Jane Foster in May and She-Hulk in June. Because it's already April. I'm hoping that I was actually hoping the update we got today was a surprise and that we'd have She-Hulk, but I don't see anything. You know, so I was really hoping for a surprise. Wouldn't that be great if your gaming company surprised you with a surprise update? That's how you should be running your company. Then you'd have people checking their accounts every day like, yo, is there a surprise? You'd have people addicted. Especially if it involved a new character or new content. After doing that once, you'd have everybody vexed. Look at that, guys. I never use Iron Man. The moment I queue up an Iron Man, the first player that queues up is an Iron Man. That's another pet peeve of mine. Don't pop into a group and then just start the mission when there are only 2 people in the group. And you're not even given any time for another couple of players to add to the group. If you want to play with ads, go ahead and play with ads. Queue up alone. But don't assume that someone else you're popping into a group with wants to play with ads, because they wouldn't be in a public queue if they wanted to play with ads. At least we got Nick Fury. Well, honestly, I am Groot. Hey, what's up, Groot? Nick Fury is a pleasant addition to this game because it tells me that there's a future for it. But hold on one moment. Oh, I gotta talk to Nick Fury at the command deck. Hold up. Hold up. Hold on. I think I gotta pick up today's dailies too. JS. Uh-oh. Someone's here to stir the mess. How are you, sir? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the likes, folks. You guys rock. You really got my like ratio up these days. I appreciate it. I think that is one of Iron Man's best looking outfits in the game. It's a slick design combining the old and the new. looks from his outfits of old and new. Translation: hello James and good afternoon. You played the game 2 straight days. I'm proud of you. I hope you didn't have too many, issues with the game. I hope you enjoyed your experience and had fun. Who were you using? Who do I want to talk to him with? You know what? I'm trying to build up Cap, so I'm going to break out Cap before I talk to Nick Fury. Because I might get gear. Hey, Verisor, you were playing Mortal Kombat? You played everybody, JS? Wow. You have a kind of a wooden figure of Moon Knight, Groot? You know, I was thinking about Moon Knight again as a character in this game. And you know what would be interesting is if they gave Moon Knight the ability to glide. If he had the ability to, like, you know how Batman can pull himself up on the cord and then glide for a little while? What if they gave Moon Knight a combination of, like, Black Widow's zip cord and then, like, a gliding power where, like, he could float for a little bit? That would be hot, wouldn't it? And it would change up the traversal a little bit for a new character in the game, because it would be combining two skills. You know, kind of a flight skill and kind of a zipline skill, and he could still use that zipline to swing if he wanted to, or he could just use it to launch himself. Yeah, I would. That would be a hot Moon Knight character.
So how do we make sure?
And then they would give him like the boomerang attacks, just like Black Panther has with his darts. That would kind of be what Moon Knight would be doing. And then he'd have combat ability. You know, it would be kind of easy, I think.
Well done, Avengers. If we maintain these strongholds, we can keep AIM at bay while we focus on stopping the Kree. We'll update you as new threats crop up, but you should be proud of the work you've done here. I know I am.
Why is that team nameplate an award? That looks like some panda bear with a butterfly next to his face. I don't understand that. Spider-Man Tom Holland. I like that suit. I happen to be biased when it comes to Spider-Man because I'm an old school comic book collector, and the original suit in this game looks exactly like his original suit in the comics, so that's why I'm a little biased, because I'm a collector.
Hi, Steve.
Tundra Vault. City under siege. Alright, did I get any cosmetics? I thought I was supposed to get
Wanted
cosmetics
this yesterday.
after finishing that mission chain.
This stuff could explode. Do you really want me rushing?
I guess not. Quill gave you a Hostess ding dong and it tastes good. I have watched. No, Chris K. I'm on a PlayStation. Yeah, the loadout button with the star on it. The loadout button that doesn't work. Let me see what's going on with my cap gear. A wooden Xbox controller and console with a limited edition Guardians of the Galaxy game on Xbox. Do they make them in wood? Is that just a joke or is that a reality? And how do you keep them from heating up if they make them in wood? Hmm. Chris K said, that's actually pretty cool, group. Hey, I would love to have that as like a showpiece, a wooden replica of a Xbox console. Come on now. Hmm. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Actually, you know, I can leave those. Trying to clean up my inventory for Cap real quick. See if I have any hidden gems up in here. Always a possibility. Nick Fury should have been back after the Monica mission. I feel you. But another thing too is, and I think it was Casual Avenger that did a really good explanation video about this, is that this game is overseen by Marvel, which is now trying to coordinate the release of their heroes along with popular Disney shows like She-Hulk. So that's actually really great to hear. If you've got a game that's releasing characters that coincide with their release on media, I mean, number one, that's always going to bring in new interest to the game. Always. And number two, it just means there's a lot of backing if they're willing to go the extra mile to coordinate like that. Which means the game has a future. Which is great. I'm just hoping that they don't botch that opportunity. There we go. Here we come, walking down the street, with everyone we meet. Hey, hey, with the monkeys. That used to be a regular, everyday tune that you would hear back in the 70s. Here we come, walking down the street. Having fun time with everyone we meet. Hey, hey, with the monkeys. Yeah, they released the patch today, JS, and it took me like 30 minutes to install. I really don't know the details of what it involved, though. I was hoping they were surprising us with a new hero. People, let me tell you about my best friend. Da, 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 People, let me tell you about my best friend. Da, 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 da. Wow, you just brought me back, man. Rebel, there was a patch on this game today. Marvel's Avengers. When I logged in and started my first stream today, it said, update the game if you want to use network features, and I went in and there was an update. I think it was update 1.76, I believe, or 1.73. I tried looking it up. There was really no information on it. Thor was having a hard time with Sonic. Okay, maybe that's what it was. But it took a while to update. Longer than most. People, let me tell you about my best friend. I don't know. I can't concretely say if they fixed Sonic. I was using Thor earlier. He seemed to be working fine, but I admit I wasn't paying attention to that. Nano blades? What are those, Dionysus? Isn't Dionysus a character from Clash of the Titans? Yeah. Okay, I remember that, JS, with the Sonic. Okay, so this guy queued up. He's a 150 champion 18 Iron Man. I hope he knows this is a champion for City Under Siege. Difficulty 160. Because if he's not careful, he's gonna get smacked real quick. Yeah, they are. And you know what? Can I tell you guys something? If you go back and look at my video from last May, and it's titled Hulk Down, 1600 point stat loss after the Cosmic Cube update.
Avengers. The Resistance has located one of AIM's cloning labs. Scientist Supreme's goal is
so
to
this
create
guy
an
left
army of our worst
after queuing
enemies.
up.
I'm sure you'll agree that we can't
What a
let
loser.
that happen. We need to take down whatever foe she's resurrected, or we'll be faced with
if you look at my stats from my Hulk right before the Cosmic Cube update, my stats now for the Hulk are pretty much back to what they used to be a year ago. Because I had about 3,300 defense last year. And what do I have now? 3,300 defense. But when they nerfed us last year, my defense went down to like 1,700, 1,800, 1,900. I was like, what's going on here? You know, I'm just going to run this city under siege since you guys are watching. I don't want you to have to wait for me to get back into another queue. But that Iron Man queued up and then abandoned me. He left me all alone. It's the Greek god of wine, Brody. Your characters are gonna stay 150.
They have the tower locked down with an elite guard.
You say that
You
now.
have to take them out before you can enter the facility.
But wait till you finish the OLT and you get that piece of gear that pops you up to 151. And then you get that next OLT gear that pops you up to 152. And you're like, oh, sookie, sookie now. I remember a few weeks ago you were like, I'll never play Avengers again. And now you're like, hey, I just played for 2 days straight. But I'll never leave 150. Oh no. Okay, how am I gonna get up there? Oh boy. No, that's not what I wanted to do, Captain America. Okay, so now. That's what I wanted to do, Cap. There we go. Oh, it's not up here. You mean after all of this, it was right down here the whole time? Yep. Because I wasn't paying attention. You see where I'm going with this, Jay? Oh boy. No, but I'm glad you're back, at least in the mix. And, you know, enjoy it how you want to enjoy it. You're not required to go beyond 150. I'm just saying. Oh, wow.
Got you a present.
They got that over there. So I'll run in here and pick these up real quick. Spidey's got my back. Whenever I laugh, I sound like Santa. Yeah, that's hilarious. I should apply for a ho job, a radio host job as Santa. I get to say the radio ho.
Game time.
Wow, did you see that? She was all up in my face. Like, don't step on me, Kamala. Wait, that's not Santa. It's B-Twitch. You notice that the MPs are chasing heavy in the game? Yeah, the NPCs, sometimes they kind of get in your way. Like you're trying to do a move and charge forward and they're blocking the charge. The worst superhero is Hawkeye. You know what's very funny is because people felt the same way about the comic books. But for some reason, like, Hawkeye, just the idea of an archer on a superhero team just, I don't know, the idea just keeps hanging around. My problem with an archer is just the reality of ammo. You can only carry so many arrows around on you before you run out of ammo. Period. And in the game, I mean, he's shooting like 50,000 arrows a mission. You know, like that's not really realistic. You know, but
every member of the elite team.
Hey, everybody likes, I think it's because of Robin Hood. Ever since Robin Hood, we've been stuck on that archer type hero. And so I think with any modern day heroes, they're always trying to add in a Robin Hood type character.
facility for the clone's location. In the meantime, I'm sending you to the lower floors to find a target who has more information.
You know, MCU Hawkeye was realistic. Yeah, JS, you got that about the Spider-Man on the magical webs in the sky. I mean, there's always things in the video games that they're gonna have to add in that really don't match up with reality. You know, we've always played games in the past where it seems like people never need to, like, reload. Like, when Lara Croft first came out in Tomb Raider, it seemed like you could just shoot forever. You know what I mean? But I just mean, in the real world, who's running around and fighting crime with a bow and arrow? Like, I don't know. It just seems so unrealistic to me.
There's a security chief up ahead who has the information for the facility.
I mean,
you know what to do.
All you gotta do is make a guy like that shoot at you enough time and run out of arrows. Then you attack.
Let's take these guys down.
But, I mean, that didn't open it up. That should have opened it up. Yeah, Jeremy Renner, I never really liked him as an actor. He grew on me as Hawkeye. He really did. I think he played a realistic... I think he played a Hawkeye as best as a Hawkeye could be played. You know, a grounded guy who's just trying to make it with a team of heroes. I think one of his best lines was in that Avenger movie, where he was talking to, I think, a little girl or a little boy, and he was like, yeah, I'm just a guy out here trying to fight crime with a bow and arrow. Like, I know that wasn't the words verbatim, but that was basically the message. I thought it was hilarious. It's one of my favorite lines in the movie. And I'm just a guy out here fighting with a bow and arrow.
Educational performance. Excellent work.
Nice job, everyone.
Really? I didn't know about Kamala stepping on the panels being glitched. Kamala's funny because she has glitches that will go away and then come back. Like that long stretchy arm of hers that will like stay stretched out like forever into infinity. Like I thought they fixed that because I didn't see it for months. Like months. And then all of a sudden it reappeared. And I was like, I thought they fixed that. Oh, come on.
Heads up. Let's shake this up. This is it.
Here comes Henry Pym, like we were talking about earlier, being helpful. Watch how much Henry Pym helps me with Abomination. See, now he's small. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's your last nigga. This one's mine.
The Abomination clone is defeated. Well done, Avengers.
There we go. JS.
Great work, Avengers. If we get any more sightings of AIM clones, we'll be back in touch.
I don't think the Kamala NPC heals as well as, you know, a regular player. I think it's kind of an incentive to play with a regular group, because if you had an NPC that could heal whenever you needed it, it would kind of make all of your missions easy, because then you would just queue up with Kamala every time you're trying to build one of your heroes. So I think that's why she doesn't heal as much as an NPC as she would if it was a real teammate. You know, and I think that makes sense. Because otherwise people would just surf on her healing abilities. And no one would really learn how to play the game. You wish Nick Fury would help the developers with the game. You're hilarious, bro. What's up, Heba, Hazel, Marwan, Bin Sling? Open the door, please. Okay. B Twitch's biggest fan. How are you? What's going on? What's next? What's next? What's next? Clone hunting? Yo, I would love I would love a Samuel L. Jackson. You just cracked me up. Dag nabbit, Thor! Why didn't you use your superpower to take out those villains? Next time, listen to what Nick Fury says. Spider-Man, stop leaving webs in the bathroom. I'm telling you. This is Nick Fury talking. The hell are you all doing? Let's see. Oh boy. Tickle that like button if you haven't already, folks. Please, every little bit of support helps, and Subscribe, follow the link at the pin to the top of the chat. Lots of marvelous content to browse on the page. Pun intended. I love that when I switch from one character to another and the new character that pops in is the one that I just was. Makes me feel like I made the right decision instinctively. My instincts told me the next NPC or the next player would be a Cap. I'm just playing. So Will Smith is retiring from acting because the Oscars banned him. Oh my goodness. For 10 years. That dude's gonna be 75 years old before he's eligible for his next Oscar. Jay said, oh boy, here we go. Oh boy. Okay, so this guy wants to be Iron Man. Cool. That's cool. I'll be Spider-Man. J-Lo's about to have more rings than Tom. J-Lo's been had more rings than Tom Brady. Shoot. We only know about the ring she had when she got famous. We don't know about the ring she had before she got famous. Yeah, exactly, that boy, dude. I don't like duplicates. I'm playing the Avengers, not the clones. Not the Hulks. Not the Iron Men. I'm playing the Avengers, you know? I'm not playing the Spider-Verse. Or the American Shields. If everybody was a Captain America. You know? And it cracks me up. I keep saying this over and over. But it just cracks me up how in a world today where everybody's screaming diversity, and then you hop on a video game and everybody wants to be the same hero. Oh boy. JS, you're funny, bro.
Hey, Avengers. This is a weird one. Sarah Garza and her network of former S.H.I.E.L.D. agents have noticed a bunch of temporal anomalies popping up around their old stomping grounds. From when Taskmaster was
Yeah, I wonder what happened with Sebs.
The weird part.
Speaking of playing the game.
Photographic reflex thing, it eats away at his memories the more people's moves he memorizes.
I haven't heard from him today. I hope he's okay.
Taskmaster, his brain now like Swiss cheese, is using Maestro's time travel tech to go after his old teammates because he can't remember succeeding at betraying them the first time.
almost done with my Spider-Man champion points. I need 56 more champion points and I'm done with Spider-Man. I'm excited about that.
Back in the post-apocalypse. Does it seem dustier than last time?
Yeah, but I was reading comic books before a multiverse even existed for Spider-Man. So for me, a multiverse is just weird in general. For me, that boy dude, the multiverse was an excuse for lazy writing. For people who didn't want to come up with their own new fresh ideas and just wanted to put a twist on an already existing idea. And I kind of felt like that's how the multiverse came about.
Heads up, we got company.
It also came about because some fans get very attached to characters in the comic books. So by having a multiverse, you're able to bring back characters for fans who were attached to them, you know? But I attribute it more to lazy writing. Whoops. I didn't even see it there. That was almost camouflaged. It's all about the cheddar, y'all. What is going on? You got that right, JS. The money destroys everything. Capitalism, greed, breeds contempt everywhere. Contempt and corruption. I'm telling you, you know when I started realizing how rampant corruption was? You really gotta go back to the cartoons that kids were watching in the 70s and the 80s, okay? Go back and watch those cartoons. Hold on a moment. Alright, so did they kick me? No, they didn't kick me. Somebody just left us.
He may not remember me, but he still knows all our moves. That makes him dangerous.
When I started noticing how bad corruption was when I started noticing, as an avid cartoon watcher, that the artwork and the storylines were just getting worse. Like, we used to have G.I. Joe sagas. Like, it was almost like soap operas for kids when you were watching G.I. Joe or something like that. And then in the 90s, things like I can't even really think of them right now. Like, even Pokemon. Pokemon was a very, very basic art style. And for kids that grew up in the 70s and the 80s, we're looking at kids that were Pokemon fans like, what do you like about that? Because the artwork was just so juvenile. That's the only way I can explain it. Like, they just look like balls of color. That's what Pokemon look like to anybody who grew up with cartoons when I was a kid. When you watched cartoons when I was a kid, you actually felt like you were watching like a mini movie in a cartoon. There were some other cartoons that I can't... Even like South Park, which is really, really funny. But the artwork is just so basic. It's colorful, but basic. You know, I mean, we used to have He-Man, Silverhawks, Thundercats, Mask, G.I. Joe, Force 5, Grandizer, Dangardace, Guy King, Battle of the Planets, Star Blazers, All Star Blazers. We had some great cartoons.
This is a weird one. Sarah Garza and her network
even
of former SHIELD agents have noticed
the cartoons that we had that had very basic artwork. For instance, the Smurfs.
Here's the weird part.
The Smurfs was very basic artwork, but it had storylines to it. I can't really explain it. My Little Pony,
is using Maestro's time travel tech to go after his
Care
old
Bears,
teammates because he can't remember succeeding at betraying them the first time.
and then in the 90s hit, they just started coming out with cartoons that seemed like nobody was putting any effort into it anymore. The only thing that was really good during the 90s was like Batman Beyond and like the X-Men cartoons. And that was it.
Back in the post-apocalypse. Does it seem dustier than last time? Let's see if
Or
we can
any
find
of the Batman cartoons were good. Batman cartoons are always good for some reason. But like, I ain't like Batman 2099, nothing like that. That was whack.
Who is this?
Your favorite 20-something with a bow. See you in a bit, Skullface.
Here we go again with my route around the map.
Fools!
Yeah, the grocery store's getting on it too, man. You know, I wish somebody did a study on how many foods that are advertised as all natural at grocery stores are lying. I'm serious about that. Because there's way too many items that are like, oh yeah, all natural. Oh yeah, 100% natural ingredients. And you know that's BS. You know that's BS. Then you look on the package, it's like riboflavin nucleo, and you're like, what is this? I can't even spell half of this. All natural. Oh yeah. Then you eat something and start growing a third arm and wonder why. Like oh boy. Yeah. I'll tell you, it all boils down to the 7 sins, man. Vanity, greed, envy, all of that. What you're seeing happening right now with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett is they're simply victims of vanity. That's it. It's not even greed with them anymore. It's all about vanity. They're long beyond the greed. You know what I mean? It's vanity. And it's tearing that family apart. The 7 sins are very real. 7 deadly sins. You ever watch the movie Seven with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman? And the guy who was banned from Hollywood, I forget his name. He was the lead in House of Cards, and he was in The Usual Suspects. I'm forgetting his name right now, but he's very famous. But Seven was a very good movie, and it had a lot to do with the 7 deadly sins. Anytime I try and take down one of those large mechs, if one of the smaller mechs is near me, it'll auto aim for the smaller mech ahead of the larger mech, and I hate that. See, I wasn't aiming for that guy in the sky, I was aiming for him.
That looked familiar.
Crap, that's what I was afraid of.
Avengers? The Avengers are dead.
In one timeline, maybe. Think of us like your past, coming back to haunt you.
Men, I'm sending what I know to your devices. Stop them! Not like that!
Whoops.
There they are!
Up goes the minion.
Avengers? Still alive? How?
Have you met us? Can't keep Avenger down. Rapid fire, nice. We know you're the one targeting your old shield buddies, Masters.
Who is this Masters you keep yelling about?
Your memory might be spotty, but some part of you remembers playing Benedict Arnold.
You saw that movie? Yeah, 7 is a hard movie to stomach, boy. Like, after I saw it the first time, I couldn't watch it again for a very long time because it's that disturbing. That's a disturbing movie.
I'm fighting through some pain, folks.
Why? I don't see any enemies around.
We got some not so friendlies. Get them.
The man's doing my job for me, honestly.
Nice breeze just came through the window. Like a real nice breeze. Woo! I like that. Oh, he's shooting at me from across the map. Oh.
Got an upgrade. It's me.
This must be painful to watch. For him.
Nice.
Got a massive tachyon storm coming. This one's looking lethal.
Nice.
Get to cover, quickly.
Does Maestro know about this walk down memory lane?
He knows.
You guys rock. Thank you for the likes, folks. Please smash that like button if you haven't already. Tickle it, make it giggle. There's a link pinned to the top of the chat. Feel free to browse the page that you'll find connected to that link. What's up with that? Am I alone?
Taskmaster is giving orders from
What's
the
with
empty
these
drone.
people?
Get inside.
Guess I'm not, but Cap with the beard.
Don't these guys ever learn?
So we started with 3 people on this mission, and we lost
Yes.
the third person again. I don't know why.
Then you should remember that we're the good guys here. Come on, Taskmaster. Let's just put this all behind us.
Avengers! Go! What I'm paid.
Okay, but don't complain when we kick your ass.
This is gonna hurt.
Ass kicking.
Of course he's gonna run. Of course he's gonna run.
mission, do you? Give it up, Masters. It's over.
You don't even remember your mission, do you? Give it up, Masters. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Garza says the old SHIELD crew are all present and accounted for, but some of them did get a tachyon headbutt. The Anthill medics are taking a look at them now. High fives for everybody!
Alright, time for the beast. Oh, he wants to do global presence. Okay, hope you're doing a challenge 4. I'll run with him with Iron Man. He seems like he's enjoying the game, trying to have some fun. Normally I don't like challenge 2, but he's having fun with the game. He's stuck in there on the last mission, so I'll stick with him on this one. I shall return the favor. Saiga Kalashnikov. I like that name. Sounds like a movie star. Hey, did you see Saiga Kalashnikov's new movie? He could steal the theme from Sega Genesis. Sega! So what do you get when you cross a kangaroo with an elephant? What do you get when you cross a kangaroo with an elephant?
Dr. Pym, we've heard AIM's about to unveil adaptoids the public's never seen. I plan to storm their main New York lab and ruin the party.
I wish I could help, but I'm short-handed. Some of my best people were recently captured by AIM.
That's just it. They're being held near New York's Adaptoid Project facility. The plan is we swing by AIM's local weapons cache first, get some upgrades, then we head over to bust your folks out before wrecking AIM's fancy Adaptoid research lab.
That sounds pretty awesome. I'll send my reserve teams into the area to back you up.
Thanks. We can use all the help we can get.
Yes, what do you get when you cross an elephant and a kangaroo? Does anybody know?
I've got teams on the ground, but AIM's come out fighting. There are pitched battles on the streets.
Tell your people to stand firm. The Avengers are on their way.
Drop your guess in the chat if you have an idea.
A resistance unit is fighting for its life near your location. Updating your HUD.
Let's give them a hand before we hit that weapons cache.
I can't believe we're fighting in the streets. Where are the cameras when you need them?
AIM would no doubt push the narrative the Resistance are the proverbial bad guys, and that their troops are simply defending themselves against lawless aggressors.
Who's that? Now you.
Mm.
Good job. Now let's punch a hole through Aim's weapon cannon. Dr. Pym, did you get those coordinates Jarvis sent?
I've already got a team engaged with AIM forces on site.
We're on our way.
AIM seemed determined to protect a building that officially only stores administrative records.
They sure do. Let's take care of these security forces and then get in there.
Perfect. I'm so proud of me. Hostiles!
The battle has been met near the weapons cache.
We lost someone.
Watch out!
Bye-bye. Anyone?
Crazy to think AIM can store deadly weapons tech close to normal neighborhoods.
Party time!
I know there's something around here.
You're about to have a very bad day.
How are your teams holding up, Doctor?
Surprisingly well, though some new weapons will really help make them even more effective.
Watch your eyes, everyone!
Clean that up nicely.
The world needs to wake up and see AIM's not working for them. It just wants more power.
Come on. Let's show AIM they can't stop the Resistance and the Avengers. Especially when we work together.
facility in the area. Might be worth checking out.
Why does the guy take a break? Got one.
This is a bump in the road, that's all. Nice.
See which way to go next.
I know things look bad. Actually, that's all I got. Things look bad. Oh, you picked the wrong ship.
Bring them down. Knock them down.
This guy's not getting back up.
All right. What's next?
Let's take things up a notch. Here's an energy boost. Time out.
I don't believe it. We're through.
All part of the plan, Doc. I've marked the elevator on your HUD.
Stay sharp.
Alrighty.
Doc, hold your people
Billy,
back.
Infinity War suit?
Clear. They can come in and get kitted up.
Theo insists on helping
Sure.
you, and there's literally no way I could stop him.
Understood. Guess we'll buddy up, Theo.
Works for me, Cap.
Whoops. There you go, Billy. I'm gonna bring those laser attacks for you.
Is it my birthday? It kind of feels like my birthday when you say things like that.
Boy, did you choose the wrong side?
No problem, Billy.
You're safe now.
No problem, homie. The only chest, huh?
Each cache is shielded. I'll need to expose each generator and destroy it so your people can get access.
CD took the nano blades.
Work quickly as they will not stay exposed for long. AIM certainly know how to build impressive handheld equipment.
Crystal Dynamics took the nano blades.
Theo here, ready to fight.
The shield generator will be vulnerable now.
The generator's exposed. I'll destroy it. The cache is open.
Nice work.
Don't look directly at the beam, kid!
That's what you get for messing with the spider.
That'll expose a shield generator.
I'll keep as many busy as I can.
Oh, the power attacks used to have nanoblade animation. I did not know that.
I'm done here. Feeling ready to break out some resistance members, Doc?
Hell yeah. With these weapons, we can finally fight AIM on a more even footing. My people will take what they need. Theo's already delivering hardware, so our street teams are armed ASAP.
Express delivery. I like it.
Glad to be of help.
I didn't know about the nano blades.
These weapons are amazing, Cap. They're really gonna make a difference out there.
Glad to be of help. We'll need them if we want to win this war against AIM.
Whew. I didn't use Iron Man enough to know.
Thanks. AIM having Inhumans on display like that?
Excuse me.
Is just wrong. I bet they plan to release them at some point.
Tickle that like button if you haven't already, folks.
Save the city.
Every little bit of support helps. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the link pinned to the top of the chat. Lots of marvelous content to browse on the page. Here we go, 'cause I am diamond now.
Okay, I'm topside and en route. Those are adaptoid delivery pods. How many more of them have AIM deployed?
Excellent question. Good thing we've commandeered some new weapons.
Wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
Once we...
Now it's a party!
Is there anything in here? Nope, probably just save somebody. Yo, Iron Man is crazy in this game. Like, when I play Iron Man, I kind of feel like I'm cheating. Because I don't really have to aim. You know, like, he's got this auto aim feature that's ridiculous. He's fast. He can open anything. Like, yeah, Iron Man's OP.
Nice work. Looks clear for now.
AIM chatter indicates they're mobilizing more units in a bid to overwhelm our forces.
Yeah, I expected that.
That's something in your eye.
I'd run if I were you.
Knock him down!
That's all she wrote.
Okay. Take a breather, kids.
If we can even just slow down AIM's latest Adaptoid line, I'll sleep more soundly tonight.
Don't these guys ever learn?
Don't let them intimidate you.
Be aware, AIM has a strong presence protecting the inhuman cells.
Even with the Avengers here, are we sure we can handle this many AIM units?
Great question, Doc. Commander Hill, what's your status?
Key teams should be with you now.
That answer your question?
Excellent. Now, just disable each cell's power source to open them up.
You're done!
Try to keep up. Right now!
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Pretty crappy!
What just happened?
Who you gonna call? All busters!
Another resistance member's out. I knew you'd come.
Still.
Mm.
Starting to fade, guys.
Avengers, go! Now that the gang's all here in the United States, how about we pay Ames' latest adapter a visit?
Lead the way, Cap. I love it when we take the fight to AIM.
Careful, Cap. AIM's pouring in more units, and the bridge leading to your objective would be a great place to bottleneck you.
Understood, Commander. Thanks. Thank you, China.
Anyone else?
Watch out, Cap. That group's targeting you.
I see them, Commander. Oh, you...
98 hours remaining on the update, Verisoi. What map are you talking about? Can I imagine? Verisoi, what's going on? Why are you talking about Spider-Man farting?
Enemy down.
We all ready for the main event. Shutting down AIM's latest Adaptoid project will show the world they're not invincible.
They'll do their best to spin it and make themselves the victims.
Agreed. But some people will know the truth. That makes this all worth it.
Our goal is the top of that tower. Let's make it happen.
Attack formation!
I missed my unibeam!
Uh-oh.
Let's get in there and finish this.
Getting something to eat, Verisoy? Enjoy. Thanks for stopping through. I don't know why you have 98 hours left on your update.
I'm picking up a lot of AIM activity on the top floor.
I'm counting on it.
Are you still using a dial-up modem? You see that? You see that? I don't know what the heck's going on right now. Right when I said dial-up modem, the thing froze. Yeah, Billy, I know. I know the screen is frozen. I'm sitting here waiting for it to unfreeze. Sorry for the inconvenience. This is wild. I'm gonna give this a minute or so, but I'm almost at 4 hours with the stream today anyway. So, if this doesn't correct itself, I'm just gonna call it here, and we'll bring it back tomorrow. I'm hoping it does unfreeze. I've seen this happen a couple of times before. But not in this particular mission. This is what's throwing me off. Isn't it funny it happened right after an update, a new update? Oh well. Doesn't look like we're unfreezing, folks. I do apologize for the abrupt ending to this stream. The freeze was unexpected. But I had a lot of fun with you guys. Thank you for keeping me company. Billy, Verisoy, everyone, I appreciate it. Daniel, Haba, JS, thank you for coming through. Doom Killer, everybody. It was a lot of fun. I can't take it out to the main menu because we're frozen. So I'm just going to end it here. And I will check you guys in the next stream. If not tonight, tomorrow morning, okay? Thank you guys. Peace!